Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're gonna tackle makeup. Now, first thing first, I want to talk to you a little bit about my makeup journey. I started YouTube 4 years ago, so basically I feel like my makeup hasn't changed as much back then. I always fell in love with shimmery eyeshadows. I don't think that hasn't changed. Also, of course, matte lipsticks. I am a lover of matte lipsticks. I think they just really suits me better than lip glosses. So I remember when the Kylie ones came up, like it was like insane. But again, it was kind of like what I was really um, in love with. And then I feel like when I started also with makeup, I went a lot with full coverage. I don't know why I had the necessity that I needed to cover my face, but something that I learned throughout the years is that less is more when it comes to base. So of course, I feel like when I discovered like really dewy makeup is what I feel like I stuck to it. Then of course my brows, which to me they make such a difference when I did my makeup, so I started to experiment a lot also with brow products. And then I also did a lot of crazy makeup looks, which again is something that I do for fun. I feel like I'm more experimental when it comes to makeup that I am with my clothing, but I kind of love it because I have always been in love with makeup. But now recently I started to fall in love with that really freckle glowy skin. It's something that I feel like I'm gonna stick to it for a while, and I just really love that it looks like really beautiful, very sexy, sultry, but still looks quite chic. And that's basically what I'm up for it. So today I'm gonna show you guys probably what it is going to be my everyday makeup from now and then. And I just really love the products that right now I'm using. I have been changing mostly everything from powder to cream products, and the difference has been incredible, and I'm really in love with what I have right now. So longest intro ever, let's start. So now the first thing that I feel like is super important to me has to be primer. I feel like primer, which is to some people maybe something that works or doesn't, I personally see a difference. And this one from Glossier is one of my favorites. This one is the Fuchsia Dew. I feel like it's more a skincare product than it is, I feel like, a makeup step. But as you can see instantly, it just makes my skin super glowy. And I just really love how foundation looks afterwards. Or there's even days where I don't wear foundation and I just wear this and I just love it. Now let's talk about foundation. You guys know how much I have praised about this one from Maybelline. I believe it has to be on my top 5 foundations ever. I have used this so much. This is my second tube, by the way, because I love it. It's supposed to be like compared to the It Cosmetic, but to be completely honest, I kind of like it even more because the It Cosmetic is a little bit more full coverage, while this one is kind of like more light. So it does cover, but it doesn't make your face look a little bit cakey, which I feel that sometimes with the It Cosmetic it might happen if you put a lot. Now I'm using this Smashbox buffing brush because it's kind of like what I love to use with foundations. There's days where I like to use beauty blenders, and then there's others days where I kind of just like to use a buffing brush, and I'm good with it. Now the shade that I use is, I think this one is Soft Tan 228, and I think it color matched me perfectly because I kind of have like yellow undertones. So I just really love how it just makes my skin looks. Now, keeping it with the theme, like I mentioned you guys, I'm loving like all that natural look. So I feel like, of course, it makes sense that I would get a more natural concealer. Now, this one from Glossier, I have been really stick to it. This one is a stretch concealer, and the shade that I got is G6. With concealers, I just always go basically all in the center of my face. I always put around my eyes, of course, and also my eyelids because my eyelids are as well quite dark. Now, typically I like to put around my nose, around my mouth, just where I feel like my skin looks a little bit dark. And then I just go back in with the same brush that I used to apply my foundation, just to do the blending. And this one is so creamy. Now, it does crease a little bit if you put powder on it, so I prefer not to. But as you guys see, it also creates a little bit of glowiness, which I kind of love mixed it in with the Maybelline foundation. Love it. Now this product, I feel like you guys have to seen it already on my Instagram if you follow me there, and it's the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This one is the Cheeks Out in the shade Honey Glaze, and this is heaven. I always wanted to try it, and now that I have, I don't think I will find another bronzer. It's so good, you guys. It makes your skin, I'm sorry that I'm bouncing, it's because I'm on my bed and the tripod is on the bed, but I mean, I just like to put it basically everywhere, to be completely honest, because it gives your skin like this subtle glow, but it doesn't look like brownish. I mean, it's just beautiful. I put a lot on my nose, just in places where typically sun hits you, and yes, I go a little bit crazy with this bronzer, but it's so beautiful. I'm like obsessed. And it still has like a little bit of shine to it, but not too much, so it still looks like quite natural, but definitely warms your complexion like nothing else. I love it. I even put a little bit on my eyelids as well. I mean, I'm obsessed with this. It's so good. Then after that, I go straight in with blush. I don't think I have found yet a blush that I love apart from the Glacier Cloud Paints, which you guys know that I live for. And the shade that I typically use is Dawn, because it's like this orange coral color that it makes your skin look like you have a tan. Now, I use a little bit because this is super pigmented. And I love the fact that I can use still my buffing brush. I'm kind of like being a little bit lazy when it comes to changing my brushes to do everything. So I kind of love that with this one. I do all concealer, foundation, bronzer, and now blush. Now with this one, I kind of like to go like building it up so I don't look like I'm wearing too much. I just love them because they're super buildable, and I feel like a little bit just goes a long way, but I am obsessed with those color paints still. And now I'm gonna do my brows, and with my brows, I think you guys have seen this a lot, and this one is from NYX, and it's the Can't Stop Won't Stop Brow Kit, brow gel, something like that. But I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty mirror for this, and I really love this product to do my brows. I use like the brownest color that they have, so the first thing that I do is I brush them upwards, and with my brows I kind of love like that bushy brow look. Again, looks super natural, looks very pretty. And with this one you have to work a little bit fast because it does dry out a bit, and then you kind of brush them up. You kind of create like that brush look. And I'm really impressed with this. Since I bought it, I haven't used nothing else because I really have loved the way that my brows look with this. Now definitely is something that you cannot do in a hurry. So you do need your time with this. But once you get the technique done, it's super easy, you guys. Okay, so the brows are done now. I put the camera a little bit closer so you can definitely see the products quite how they are. Now, after my brows, which they kind of look insane, but I really love just how they look, or maybe like they have framed my face. So now let's start with eyeshadows. Now, typically what I like to do is I like to put a base color under my eyes, and that basically is a brown. I still use my Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I mean, this thing is huge. Of course I would not be able to finish this, but this has like the best, like really lightweight brown. So I kind of like to blend Sauce and Low Blow, which I really like these beautiful warm tones. And now what I do is I just put a little bit. Now I don't like to go too crazy because again, I like that really natural look, but still look that I'm wearing makeup. And I'm using again the Smashbox crease shadows. And then I always have loved to put eyeshadow under my eyes. I don't know, I feel because my eyes are so round, I kind of love, it's the same like what I like to do cat eyes, because it makes my eyes have a little bit more of an almond shape. Because I feel like they just make such a difference. And now one of the products that I'm really excited to try, which I haven't, is this eyeshadow from RMS Beauty. This one is one of their eye polish, and the shade that I'm using is Solar, which if you guys follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this already. I haven't tried it, so I cannot wait to see how it looks. But I'm always all over. My baby parrots are going mad. I always love sparkly eyes, as you guys know, and this one's apparently give you like that wet eye look, which I love. I mean, I think it's so beautiful. Now let's put over mascara. I have loved using these two from Too Faced. One is the Better Than Sex and the other one is the Damn Girl. The Damn Girl, I like to put it on top because it's really thick and it makes your lashes look bigger than they are. So if you have like fairly bare lashes, this one is one of the best mascaras out there. Now it does smudge, you guys, to warm you up, but I just really love it because it makes such a difference. It's insane. Then I like to go in with the Better Than Sex, and this one I kind of like to use it just on the corners of my eyes. And that's all my eyes done. I love it because it still looks like me. It still looks like I'm wearing makeup, but it doesn't look like I'm covered on it, which I kind of love. So now I'm trying something fun, which I'm really excited, and it's a product that I have been searching and searching, and I finally got it, and it's this huge thing right here. This one is from Freck, and it's actually the original freckles maker, something like that. This is supposed to give you the most natural looking freckles ever. This thing costs, so I hope that it does pay for what it is, but it's supposedly give you like really cute freckles. So definitely the line is quite small, so let's see. Obviously I'm gonna put on my nose and also a little bit everywhere so it doesn't look like so cosmetically done. So let's go. Apparently you have to put tons of them, and then you kind of like push them a little bit so they look a little bit more natural. And they almost have like a red tone, so I think they definitely look a little bit more natural that they wouldn't look if I would have put maybe like just liner on them. But I really love them. They look super cool. So now of course let's go with highlighters. Still keeping it with the cream products, you guys. I'm gonna use this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which you guys have seen me wear tons, and this one is the Liquid Glow. And typically with cream highlighters, I like to go for gold ones because I think they look on me better than pink ones. So to me it has to be like almost like that champagne shade. And this one I kind of do like to apply it with my fingers because a little bit goes a long way, so I think that works great. Now with lipstick, one that I have loved, which I have worn so many times, is this one from Maybelline. Now this one is one of their color sensational lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Clay Crush. I have used this for so many years now, but I really like it because it's a hybrid between a pink and a coral with a little bit of a brown tone. I mean, it's great for my skin. Now this one's supposed to be a matte, but I found it a little bit more creamier than a typical matte. But I'm obsessed with this color. But because still I found it too pink, I like to go in with my new stick. You guys have seen this a lot on my channel, and this one is one of their lip and cheek in the shade Entice. And this one I like it because it makes it look a little bit more matte, and it just mutes a little bit the pink on the Maybelline one. Okay, so this is basically my everyday makeup look. Like always, all the products are going to be linked below. I have been really obsessed with that freck. I don't think I'm going to use anything else. I just really love how the freckles look. They look super natural, very cute. And definitely this is a makeup that I can do all the time, no matter day and night. So yeah, so like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with a video. Mwah. Bye.